Hi, now I'm Ben. This tape is about Jean Palmer. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. He was the first person to either develop or make the micrometer. Around about, if I can remember right, 1846, 7 or 8, somewhere around then. He made the first micrometer. Now I have photos of it somewhere, but I don't have a photo of Jean. He was French, and that's round about 175 years ago. Think of the development and so forth of the micrometers since then. It's related. I want to show some. Now, the ones I'm going to show are old. I'll explain why. Now, think of all the diversification of all the measuring tools that has been progressed all over the years, relating back to the first micrometer thanks to Jean Palmer. He has a lot to be thankful for. Now, in this town, we used to have a great market once a week. It was a large market, very good. There was a traveller or a stallholder used to come with a small lorry, and all he dealt was with tools. If he hadn't got it, you told him he would have got it for you within a week, 2 weeks. But anyway, I used to visit regular to him. We managed a chat we had. We became friends. And I was telling him about looking for tools and that. He said, leave it with me. He started to get me tools, all second-hand stuff. He gathered me up loads of tools over from 40 plus years to 20 years ago. And the tools that I've got, I still use them to this present day. And I will show them they were a very good tool. Now, we used to have loads of engineering firms in this country, around the city, and that. There was large ones, small ones, and this man used to visit them. He used to tell me about the machine tools that he's seen and was watching being operated. But I think maybe that's where he got me, the second-hand tools that I've got. He would have got other people's second-hand tools too, but I'm thankful for the ones that he got me, and they were worth the money. They were very reasonable. Now, these are some of the tools that he got me. He got me all of these, but I keep them here handy just when I'm working my lathes or my mill. I just reach across for them, just handy to be got for. So I'll start my showing with these. I'll show these first. Now these tools are very old, pardon me, and not the one. Notice I never keep them tight when I'm storing them. Not the one. Mirror and right. I just keep these handy at that shelf beside the lathe. Now this is all the means in it. A 1 to 2. As I say, they were second hand when I got them. Small depth gauge. This is the narrow type. 1, 2, 3 inch. With the narrow gauge. I put my on it. That is a 2 to 3. Another mirror and right. 3 to 4. Now I'm not showing all my micrometers, just the basic ones. I like these on my micrometers. Guards again. A 4 to 5. That must have been the person that owned it before, but they are all perfect working order. And as I say, I just keep these handy for my lathes, mills that I can just reach for. Should always look after your tools. Dear knows what age they are. I have them well over 20 years plus 20, between 40 plus and 20 years. And they are still in good working order. Now, my old stall friend got me some of these, not them all, but they are all very old tools. So I wish to show these individually. Now I'm showing my old tools for a purpose. I'm wanting to try to relate back to the oldest of micrometers. Now we used to have a sale here a dozen miles down the road or so. 1 week an auction, next week a sale. Now that stopped about over 20 years ago. reason being the ground and premises was sold for building purposes, building houses, etc. But it's actually the place, the auction where I bought my Harrison lathe. Well, as they say, one week was an auction, next week was a sale. They sold a lot of second-hand tools and stuff in it. And I, over a period of time, bought a few second-hand stuff. So let's get looking. Now, these are some of the tools that I bought at the sales from time to time. And these are just a few that my stall holder friend got me. So we'll look at them. So seeing them all, they are all well over 20 years of age that I have. And do you know how old they were when I bought them? Now I will start with my stall holder friend. I only have about 4 tools here to show, and a depth micrometer, very nice little tool. I'm showing the old tools for a purpose. As I said, I want to relate back to the first micrometer. Now, he got me this one. This is a 1 to 2. Lovely little tool. And they are all perfect working order and good state. And that's the way I like to keep them. Now I would relate this tool to the birth of the micrometer. I would think this would be a relation of the micrometer. In my eyes anyway, maybe I'm wrong, but to me it would be related to the mic. Lovely little tool. You guess the age of that. I have it maybe the best part of 25 years or more. Now I'm going to keep this one closed for a purpose. You'll see at the end of it. Now I will show these other tools. Now I didn't get these just in a month or two. I only visited it not really on a regular basis, just now and again over the period of about 3-4 years. So I will show these. Now there's a tool that I like. I like started tools. I've shown a smaller one of these, but this, and it was in this wrapper when I got it. Now I have used all of these tools on occasions. Now here is a nice wee tool, a hub tool. Listen to that, nice. As I say, I do not tighten them up when I'm storing them. Now I have the thread that it's in one of my thread drawers or top drawers, wherever, but now I have a couple of these. This one is Whitworth. I have a metric, but I didn't get the metric at this sale. It's a more recent one. Now here is a nice tool, a blade type, nice. Whoever owned it before had this on it, this writing 317 IRD. IRD 317. Now dear knows what age that tool is. Nice. Now I have shown these. Now this is also a narrow gauge, but it's the blade type. LS Starrett. Starrett is a nice tool. Now dear knows what age that is. It goes up 1, 2, 3 inch. That's the blade type. As I say, I have used, oops, sorry about that, I have used all of these tools on occasions. Now I have shown the smaller type of this tool. As I say, I think they are a descendant of the micrometer in my eyes. A block tool, or I got this one for the depth of a smaller one, but the reason I bought this was for the depth that you could go in. It was done on the 13th of the 2nd, 80, and a mate of mine, a friend, done it on the 14th of the 2nd, 2018 for me. Lovely tool. Now this an inside mic. You can measure inside and you can extend them with this really large inside mic. I've only used this the once. I think it was this one I used, or some one of these two inside, but I have all these capability if I need them. Now here is another tool. Now this is number 424, whoever had it. But this is the wide base. The other two I showed, the blade and the narrow one. This wide base. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 inch. As I say, these were all second hand when I got them, and I don't know what age. They could be a very old age and tool size, but they are all working well, first class. Now here is a tool I got. I don't remember getting it. I think someone gave it to me. I have it wrapped. Experimental department. Experimental where? I don't know. It's a 4 to 5 from it. An experimental department. But I think I got it given to me. I wasn't going to refuse it. Good tool, good solid tool. It's a Moore and Wright. Good solid tool. Now, I was keeping this small one to almost last. Now this is a beveled mic. All the size of it though, as you see, circle for measuring inside circles. Nice little tool. Listen to that. a beveled mic. Now, referring back to this tool, some call it block tool, some call it thickness gauge. Me, I just call it whatever, but it was calibrated on the 13th of the 2nd, 80, that's 42 years ago, first, but someone did it for me and on the 4th of the 2nd, 2018, which makes it a nice little tool. I still have a couple of more tools to show, but one of them, I showed it in one of my tapes before, going back maybe about 5, 6 years ago. I was at a flea market. There was a wooden box, I think it must have been an old apple box or whatever, full of old rusted tools. They were in a terrible state. It said any tool £1. For some reason I started to hook down through it. You wouldn't have given £1 for a half a dozen of them to look at. But I felt this little cord and whatever, I pulled it up, I said £1, gave him the £1 and took whatever I got and walked away, and I'll show it. Now, this is it. Now, I didn't open it just there and then at the stall. I just, like so, carried it away for a bit. But I got around to opening it. I've showed this on one of my tapes before. Look what was in it. A lovely little mic. That must be someone's name was on it there. E.J. Smith. For £1. Look at that there. Spot on. If my camera can pick it up, it's so small. Lovely little tool for £1. But my stall holder friend got me this 20mm. And I have this, and he also got me this. This was a 3-inch ruler. 3-inch. A 3-inch ruler. How neat is that? But I just kept it in this here for to show how I got it. I usually keep the 2 of them in here, but for to show how I got it for £1. I felt this and pulled it up. Small 1/2 inch. I want to go variation in sizes. Look. Look at this. Now that's a 12 to 16. From the like of this but start makes a much larger one if you wish, larger than this. Starlet makes a great tool. Great tool. Now if one goes on to a history program and looks up the first micrometer relating to Sean Palmer, there's no way you would get one like that today unless it was shop made. But my stallholder friend got me two very old small micrometers, and it's the closest I could get to the first one, and this is them. Now this is them. Now look at that. That's the closest relation I could get to Sean Palmer's. Now if the man above allows him to look down on the modern micrometers today, he must have a nice smile on his face. Now I wouldn't part with these two for the age of them, also sentimental reasons for who got me them. Now this is Jean Palmer's micrometer, and I was right about the date, 1848. Now this is another micrometer 30 years later than Sean Palmer's. There's not a big difference in mine. I like this. Now that is them. I am glad my stallholder friend got me these. I'm sure a lot of you out there have old micrometers. Now the mic must be one of the most used and useful tools in the workshop. Thank you, Sean Palmer. Now this is it today, the micrometer. Now that's most of my old micrometers. I do have a few up-to-date ones. Now I was trying to maybe speak French, calling him Jean. His proper name is Jean Palmer. Sorry about that, Jean. Now I hope some of you have found this of interest, or some of them of interest, and go to Benny Marner. That's me. I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for looking in. Thank you for your comments. Press my website. Thanks again. I'm sorry about that, Gene, calling you John. Thank you again for watching.